Hello and welcome back to Shokuho, and indeed we have leveled up, and indeed we also have an attribute point to spend, which I am very interested in. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I would love to spec into social, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to do that. I mean, leadership isn't, it is pretty useful, but at the moment we don't really need to worry about that too much. My medicine skill is obviously leveling up very nicely now, so I am going to need to get more points in intelligence as well. I may in fact actually just go ahead and do that, but then I'm also thinking about guns. You see, I'm also thinking about guns. So let's do a point in control here, put another focus point in guns, and we also have 230 in two-handed weapons. And so what we're going to do is we are probably... Now this is the problem here, look at this. Plus 25% armor penetration with your attacks, plus 20% damage against destructible objects by troops in your formation, or plus 10% damage with two-handed weapons, and plus 2% attack speed to infantry in your formation. Now, from my perspective, I'm actually thinking Vandal is probably the way to go. I think Vandal, 25% armor penetration is probably better than 10% additional damage, just purely because most of the time, if we're attacking enemies that have light armor, we don't really need that damage anyway. We don't need the damage, increase from Blade Master, and instead Vandal is going to help us to eliminate higher tier enemies. So that's what we're going to do. We actually have a fight on our hands here as well. Now, this is basically, I think we're at like maybe 2 battles, if we're lucky. We're 2 battles away from being able to get to the next clan tier, and that is going to enable us to, you guessed it, create our own faction, which I am very much looking forward to. So let's see what we can do here. Now, I don't know where the enemy is going to spawn or anything like that, but we are basically, yeah, we've got a lot of archers right now. We've got a lot of archers, a lot of gunners and stuff like that, so gonna try to maximize them as much as I possibly can. It is going to be a little bit difficult to do that in this position, but I'm just going to keep my forces in their current area there, and I'm just going to do a little bit of damage with my gun, if I can. Yeah, if I can. It is going to be a little bit difficult. Ah, there we go, there we go. I'm actually doing the proper animation now. Okay, that's interesting, because in the previous episode I was reloading my gun super quickly, but beforehand, well, apparently it's different now. I'm not entirely sure why that is. That's very strange. I guess maybe it's something to do with me pressing some button or another. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe me spamming the button or something like that, because I generally tend to randomly click my mouse at times. I have no idea. Maybe there was some kind of weird bug going on in the previous episode, because technically I shouldn't be able to reload my weapon in about 3 seconds in comparison to how it normally is, which is about 10. So yeah, bit strange, but it's okay. And we're gonna just get my wonderful, oh yeah, the Nodachi is just so fun to use. And you can see here, I actually feel like it is doing massively more damage now because of Vandal, and I think that really, I mean, obviously against these enemies it doesn't really matter that much because they already have very light armor. But against higher tier opponents where they actually have decent-ish armor, it is actually going to make a pretty big difference. And I think we're probably going to be getting many more kills as a result of that. Obviously, just thinking about it, I mean, look, we are getting a lot of kills anyway, just purely because I am able to run in to a huge globule of people and just go slashy. And it's very powerful. I mean, in this case, look at this. I did 94 damage to that guy, right? If you add on 10% to that damage, I would have killed him. That's the thing. If you add on 10%, but it depends, because obviously we're already using the 25% armor penetration, so it depends on if the 25% armor penetration would have added more than 9 damage. That's the question, you see. So yeah, I guess it's just, it's a very minuscule, I think it's a very minuscule difference, and I guess it just, I don't know, kind of just depends. It just depends on what you personally think is going to be more beneficial for your own playstyle, I suppose, and what you think is actually going to be your primary target most of the time. Anyway, as you can see, we've got a couple of extra troops here. We are now going to take the loot. I guess we could. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're full up anyway. I do need to actually return to my town and actually sell some stuff. And, yeah, I should really take a look at the client here, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's have a look. Okay, oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that. Super nice. We're very close. We are 19 actually away. 19. Okay, I can only hope that we're going to be getting some additional people coming our way. I need to... You know what? I was kind of thinking that I was going to declare war against the faction right next to us here. Because it kind of makes sense to a certain degree. It kind of makes sense because they are just so close to us that us doing anything but attacking them would probably be yeah, kind of a waste, you know, kind of a waste of time. So I'm actually not entirely sure. I don't know, maybe... it depends. It depends, because here's the thing. If we want to go over to our final opponent, or shall we say the final fief that our opponent has, it's very far away, as you could see. It is very far away, so the only thing I can kind of think of to do would be to wait until we get our faction created, and that's not going to take that long. We are actually very close to it, right? So once we get that done, we're going to take nomadic traditions, by the way, so we can actually move faster on our mount. But yeah, once we get that done, we are inherently going to be able to use diplomacy, and then we'll be able to hopefully make peace with those targets, you know, with whoever we want to at that time. And so I am probably going to declare war against the Ryozoji. They are probably going to be the next... They're probably going to be the next people that we try to attack here. The only problem that I'm going to face now is that we have to fight all of these vassals. Now, these vassals, now don't get me wrong, I love fighting in this mod. I think the fighting is probably some of the most exciting that I have seen in Bannerlord so far. And that's not to say that there are not... you know, any other mods out there that will do an extremely good job at the fighting, but I love the ability to slice through multiple enemies. And yes, sure, it is available in a separate mod. You can get it in a separate mod, obviously, but the fact that there isn't any messing around. I don't have to mess around with a bunch of different mods to make this one work out of the box, as it were. You know, because, yes, okay, fine. I understand that a couple of people are seeing crashes. I would recommend increasing your texture size if you can. If you increase your texture size to, I think, is it medium and above, or is it high and above? I don't know. It says on the download page. So if you go to the download page, they'll give you some tips about the installation process, but basically that prevents the most common cause of crashes. And I would highly recommend, you know, just dealing with that, trying it out at the very least. But yeah. Otherwise, I do have a mod installation guide, which doesn't really pertain to this mod specifically, but it does kind of cover some of the things that may be causing crashes. And yeah, maybe that's going to be somewhat useful. It is a pretty... simple guide. It's not you know, nothing super complicated or anything like that. Anyway, we are going to move our people forward here. This is very strange. The enemy is playing very defensively, and I'm actually going to switch to my gun here. Nice. That guy had no idea. He was like, that guy has a gun. I hope he doesn't shoot me. And that's basically my my mindset the entire time that I see someone with a gun. I just go, oh, please don't shoot me, and then I get shot in the face. Yeah, that's the usual thing that happens to me. Nice, nice, nice. There we go. I'm just going to continue leveling up my riding skill and my gun skill. And yeah, the enemy is just, I mean, no offense, but they are just going to die. This is, yeah, they just have no idea. They just have no idea what's going on right now. I can't believe I missed that. Oh well, doesn't matter. We're all good. We can do some big damage. Obviously, bear in mind, Doctor's Oath is massively contributing to how many units we actually end up killing versus how many we knock unconscious. Because Doctor's Oath obviously does now start applying our medicine skill to the enemy. And that's the reason why. And that's the reason why it also levels up so fast. And the reason why I absolutely love it. It's really, really good. Absolutely fantastic perk for leveling up your medicine skill really, really quickly. I mean, as you may or may not have seen, our medicine skill was, what was it? It was like 75, like an episode or two ago, and now it is literally 105 or 110 or something like that, which is just crazy. Because think about it, you know, it took us not that long at all to get it super hardcore leveled up, and it's all thanks to Doctor's Oath. It would take so long to level it up otherwise. It would be extremely, extremely costly, time intensive, and so on and so forth to make that happen. So anyway, we're just going to sell a couple of things here. Unfortunately, these towns, you know what, that's the thing. As I mentioned in the previous episode, I don't know whether I really want to install any other mods, because it's then going to imbalance things quite dramatically if I, you know, make the marketplaces have additional cash and stuff like that. You know, I am going to make it so that that they just have like, what, you know, 200,000 or something like that, and I'm going to be able to make 200,000 in one transaction because I just have so much loot. And I think that is, well, I mean, it's pretty imbalanced. You know, that's pretty imbalanced at that point, and that's why I'm kind of trying to stay away from that kind of thing, even though it would be a wondrous improvement for us, shall we say. Anyway, I am going to sell some here, and then we'll find another vassal. Alright, so it looks as though we have 13 lords in this tournament. 13! And we are going to be fighting them. And I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go, but hopefully I am not going to end up doing a 2 versus 1. No, there we go, there we go. I am so thankful. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, yeah. I am so thankful we have two-handed skill now. Have you seen? Look at how fast we swing now. We swing extremely quickly now, which I have to admit is insanely fun. Wow. I mean, obviously this weapon is not extremely enjoyable to use because it is just so terrible, but it is still it's still hilarious when you go up to two guys and you just go, yep, slashy slashy, and they both just go down instantaneously. Love that. All right, big damage, big damage. Nice. And we can get another one. No, never mind, never mind. Okay, there we go. And now the final round. Wow, that was it. I couldn't find any vassals, by the way. That's the main reason why I'm actually doing this tournament, because if I could find a vassal, then I wouldn't be doing this. But I realized that we're only 13 renown away from getting the next clan tier, and this is going to enable me to get, well, 6, as you can see. And if I can find another vassal on the way to the next town, and or if I, you know, do another tournament, then I can just do that, and then we can get renown that way, and hopefully make it to the next clan tier. That's the reason why charm skill is actually kind of useful, and generally I'd highly recommend at least speccing into that first little perk in the charm skill tree, because it does make a huge difference in regards to the tournament efficiency, because tournaments are not really that good in terms of actual benefit. Yeah, sure, they're very, very nice in the early game and giving you some extra cash, because they do get you about isn't it 4,000? Don't they get you about 4,000 in the beginning, or is it, or is that something else? I might be thinking of Warband here, but the fact is, they do give you some extra money, which is nice, because you also have the opportunity to potentially gain some relatively good, basically loot. It could be a mount, could be you know, a bit of armor or something like that. For example, we have this horse right here, which is potentially going to sell for a very nice sum. And on the other hand, obviously, it could be a piece of armor that you could use, you know, and then that would dramatically increase your survivability in various fights. And that all helps, you know, that all helps. And on top of that, then you also have the 6 renown that you're going to gain from the tournament itself, which, of course, is fantastic. Please don't give me another... I did not want another polearm. Okay, I did not want another polearm because I am probably going to end up dying here as a result. I mean, this guy I don't think has very much polearm skill either. So it is going to take him a bit of time to actually kill me with this. Just like it's going to take me some time to kill him. There we go. Yeah, it's going to go for the overhead. Nice. Nice. He's not blocking the overhead, and there we go. As soon as he switched to block the overhead, that's when we switched our direction, and we did finally take him down. Very nice indeed. Okay, so that is pretty much it. We are 1 renown. 1 renown away from being able to get to the next clan tier. Now the question is, can I find a bandit party that I can just auto-resolve against? Looks like I have found them. Yes, stop there, criminal scum. Okay, so there we go. Okay, here we are. Yes, nice, nice, nice. And that is it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how much renown we actually gained from that, because I didn't bother looking, but we gained at least 1, and that is all I needed. So thank you very much for that. So now we have clan tier 4. So what are we going to do now? Well, there's a number of different things that we can do, and I'm very much hoping that we're going to be able to make them work really, really nicely for us. So that means, first of all, we have 1 additional companion space, and that means that we are going to go over to our camp here. We're going to promote a unit, and we're going to have a look-see at what we can get. I am hopeful that we'll be able to get someone that is going to be really, really good in terms of steward skill and engineering. I'm going to look for someone that has 3 focus points in each one. This guy actually has pretty decent intelligence as well. Let me see here. Yeah, some of these guys literally don't have any intelligence at all, so it would be pretty bad for them to take that. Whoa, this guy's got 4 in engineering. That would be really, really nice, actually. Yeah, but steward skill is obviously the main thing, but we obviously don't have anyone that can actually do that, so I will get the guy that has 4 in engineering, I think. Yeah, this is the one. This is the guy right here. So we are going to be promoting him. Reward him. Done. Nice. Kyuzemon. Okay, Kyuzemon. Okay, so he is indeed going to be our governor. So I'm going to be taking him back to Hinoe. And we are... I actually can't remember. What did I call my faction in Gekkokujo back then? Was it the BEARTILDE Shogunate or something like that? I think it is, right? I think it is something like that. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So yeah, let me actually just see. How do I do this again? Because I think I have to manage the town, and then we're going to put this guy in here. There we go. Whoa, our loyalty is crazy good. Look at that. Our loyalty is really, really good right now. Okay, so I actually don't even need to bother with any of that other stuff right now. So I think what we can do is we can probably get food stores. We can get that done. That's going to be only 4 days until that's finished. And then we can probably do some other things like increase to construction. That's probably going to be relatively useful. Yeah, I'm actually not entirely sure what else we want to go for here. I guess food production. I guess we'll just go for absolutely every single thing. It is going to be eventually done. And then we should probably also increase our village growth with cultivation once that is finished. Of course, it's going to take him a little bit of time to acclimate, and, you know, it's going to take him some time just to generally do things. But we are just going to be talking to him now, and we're going to say, let's see, it is time to take a momentous step and proclaim a new kingdom. Okay, the language and the laws of the Saikai. Yes, that's what we're going to do. And that is it. I will name it the BEARTILDE Shogunate. There we go. Perfect. Wonderful, there it is. Okay, so we are now declaring war against a multitude of individuals. I have no idea who. On the 17th day of autumn, 1571, Bruce declared the creation of a new realm, the BEARTILDE Shogunate. And there we go. And that is exactly what we've done. So that's fantastic. I'm very, very pleased about that. As you can see, we've now had a load of people declare war against us, which is indeed fine. I believe that is all the... Oh, we got these guys. I don't know why they've declared war on us, but I suppose... Well, if they want to, who am I to stop them, right? I technically, funnily enough, would be able to go from Port Hinoe over to Port Kumamoto, and I might even be able to start taking some things straight away from them, which would be quite funny. So I think we might actually end up doing that. Let's get some more bowmen, because we found out that bowmen, archers, and so on and so forth are much better in sieges. So I'm very much looking forward to trying to get as many of those as possible. We could also recruit many, many more people here, and I think I will just get a bunch and just slap them in the garrison. Alright, so we do actually have the ability to get reload speed increases now for our guns, which is obviously what we're going to take. That is just a no-brainer right here. And we are also going to be getting, well, I guess braced or something like that, because I guess that's kind of nice, even if it doesn't potentially work that much. Alright, so we're going to take a ferry to Port Kumamoto. It is going to cost me 8,000 in cash, but you know what? I actually don't care about that. That does not matter to me in the least, because we are swimming in money. So that's really, really wonderful. And now all we need to do is go over to one of these castles and... wait a minute. Hello there. Hello there, where are you going? Come back here, sir. Okay, yeah, wait. Let me actually just have a quick look here. We need to be a little bit careful. Alright, these guys, we could take them down. I think we could probably take them down. Let's actually just make sure that we can convert some of these prisoners, and we're going to do this. Bear in mind, I don't currently have any influence to be able to institute any policies, which is going to be obviously a pretty big deal. Policies are so incredibly strong. When you are the leader of the faction, you can basically just decide on whatever policies you want. It's a little bit of a dictatorship in that sense, but I gotta say, it is extremely wonderful to be able to do that, because the AI is so bad. The AI is so bad about that kind of stuff. Anyway, this is an incredibly cool map that we have here. Wow. I'm actually feeling a little bit sorry for the AI right now, because they are just going to die. There's not much that they can do about this. Gonna just put my infantry into the water a little bit more there. And yeah, we're just gonna tell our guys just to hold fire a little bit here. I don't want my forces to randomly start shooting until they're a little bit closer. Now they are quite close, so let's have them start firing. If they are gonna fire at all. Yep, they are starting to fire very soon. There we go. Okay, I'm actually going to start firing as well. Might as well. Okay, not entirely sure why that missed, but okay. I think someone actually said that I should aim downwards, right? Yeah, I think someone said that. Okay, let me just do that then. Aim downwards. Okay. I don't know. Did someone say aim downwards or aim upwards? See, now I'm stupid, you see? Yeah, that's exactly what's happening right now. Well, never mind. My forces are doing a pretty good job as it is, so I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Oh, there we go. Okay, I actually did get a kill. And, well, hopefully we can get a couple more. Wow, this is insane, actually, for us to have a literal river between us and the opponent. I mean, really. Yeah, we haven't eliminated that many of them, unfortunately. Okay, I'm just going to shoot one more time. Did I actually just fire just now? Okay, yeah. I did fire just now. Alright, so yeah, we are basically just going to retreat. We're just going to retreat straight away here because they've reached us. It's a good idea. Let's get out of there. Then we'll go back in. And as you can see, they've already... Whoa, we've got some... Really? Our troops already leveled up? Some more of our people can actually be promoted? I wish we had... I wish we had the ability to increase our companion limit. I mean, technically I could do that. But on the one hand, I'm not sure if I really want to... Once again, it's more about... not so much not wanting to do that or not wanting to have more companions. It's more about the fact that I don't want to imbalance the game in such a significant way, because obviously, as you've seen, many of these companions that come out from Distinguished Service are absolutely amazing. They are very, very strong, and having more of those would make things very, very powerful for us. So I'm not sure if I really want to do that just for that sake, even though I think it would be fun. Yeah, it's just not something that I feel like would be that beneficial to the overall series challenge, shall we say. Because right now we are having a pretty decent time. We're not having too many difficulties, as it were. Let's see if I can... Okay, I'm not sure how I missed that one, but alright. My forces are absolutely destroying this time around as well, which is very nice. And I am taking a lot of damage right now as well. Not sure why. There we go. Okay, now, let me see. Here we go. Okay. Huh. Okay, I think I saw where the bullet went this time, so I think we are probably going to be absolutely fine here. I'm just going to speed things up a little bit while I reload. Yes, I know. Ha. Okay, I don't know. It's actually super funny. The gun is, on the one hand, really easy to use, but on the other hand, I am just, for some reason, absolutely sucking with it. I don't know. Bit strange. Bit strange. But yeah, anyway, the enemy is indeed retreating as far as I'm aware. Yep, they have retreated. And that is it. Look at that. 34 and out. 65 influence. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I need the influence. Thank you very much. I want as much influence as I can get. So, yeah. Hopefully... Ooh, we got a lot of people that we can take here. I just don't want to take too many prisoners because we're going to end up moving extremely, extremely slowly. I don't really want to do that. Okay, yeah. We've got some significant stuff right here. Now, we just need to make sure... Yeah, we're going to basically take all of the weapons because we don't currently have the perk that provides us with experience for weapons, which is really unfortunate. I actually thought I had that. Which is very sad, but yeah, we are gonna go in against these guys. So there we go. They're trying to run away from us, of course, and we're not gonna allow that to happen. And we're just gonna take them prisoner. Thank you. And I think I might have the... Whoa, that's a lot of horses. What? I think I might have the leadership skill now. Yes, I did. I made it. Okay, this is wonderful. So basically, we can either go for Leader of the Masses, which is generally considered to be the better perk, just purely because both of these things are going to benefit you in some way or another. +5 party size for each town you control. Hopefully you have a bunch of towns, or you have at least one town. That could be kind of useful. And then the party leader skill, which obviously allows you to increase the amount of experience that you gain from battles that's shared with your troops. And then presence, this is more for kingdom stability, which I personally like a great deal, and I will be taking this much more. And also, as you notice right here, no morale penalty for recruiting prisoners of your faction. This is going to be extremely, extremely powerful for us. So that's what we're going to take here. And then I'm also going to be going for Sweeping Wind. I don't need accuracy penalty while mounted. I don't need that decrease, even though, you know, you've seen me miss so many shots. That's not to do with the accuracy of the gun, in my opinion. Well, to a certain degree it is, but I'm gonna play it a little bit more party focused here rather than anything else. Okay. Ooh, we have another large party coming our way here. This is great. Okay, let's get some more of these guys. There we are. Yes, level those up. We can get some more of those. Yes. Okay. Now the question is, these Ashigaru, what do we want to level them up into? I guess gunners, and then the katana ones, I suppose. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, they're very, very cheap to level up after all. And we can now go and level up our policies a little bit. So basically, what do we want? We already have citizenship and crown duty. I should probably abolish that. I don't have enough. Oh, no, I don't have enough influence. Okay, I want to abolish this, actually. I want to abolish this straight away. As soon as I possibly can, I want to abolish that. Citizenship is also something that I want to abolish as fast as possible, too. That is quite funny, isn't it? Both of these laws I don't really like. I would like to get... I actually wonder if they even have it. Yeah, they do. They do have forgiveness of debts. Okay, that's great. They've actually added a bunch of additional policies into the mod itself. These are new, as far as I'm aware. I don't think that they have this in the base game. And yeah, all these things here, like seaborne priority, settlement taxes paid to the ruler are reduced by 5%, ships are 25% cheaper, and build 25% faster. That's really, really nice. Then you also have foreign imports here. Settlement prosperity increases by 2 per day. That's really strong. And tax income in settlements is increased by 15%. Settlement loyalty is decreased by 1. Security decreased by 1. That is... that's pretty good. That feels pretty good to me. The only thing that is a bit of a problem, obviously, is the loyalty and security. But if you do have a bunch of other things that you can take that counteract the loyalty deficit, then you are gonna be in the money. Oh yes, you're gonna be very much in the money there. Anyway, let's try and see if we can do battle with this fellow. He's probably going to be pretty easy. I mean, it depends. Obviously, I didn't actually check this guy's composition. I probably should have checked that, shouldn't I? Instead of just running on in here. But this battlefield's pretty nice. You know, I think this is pretty good. We got loads of archers this time as well. Many more archers than we had previously. That's kind of a bit strange. Not sure why that's happening, but all right. And where is the enemy? Okay, they're over there. Are they going to be charging towards us, or are they just going to wait? Well, that's the question, isn't it? Are they literally going to try and flank all the way over there? Well, that's a bit of a weird situation to be in, isn't it? Okay, I guess... I'm not entirely sure. Because I can't actually tell my guys to turn towards them for some reason. I don't know why I can't tell them to do that. Huh. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna have to maybe do something a little bit weird here, actually. What about an auto delegate? Is that actually going to turn them a little bit? Huh, very strange. Is the enemy actually okay? Are they actually doing a decent job here, or are they just... Oh, I see. Oh, they are so funny. I'm sorry. They are very, very funny right here. These guys, I have no idea what is up with them, but they seem to be acting extremely strangely here. Alright, I guess we are just going to have to roll with their weirdness. And, yeah, I guess I'm just going to get out my gun real fast. I'm just going to shoot someone. Okay, I was kind of hoping to hit someone there. I actually thought I would have hit someone, but no, apparently not. Okay, yeah, so my forces should get into range. Yep, they're into range now. Nice. See, now that's a shot. That's a shot and a half, isn't it? Look at that. Did I say that was skill? No, that's luck. That was luck right there. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit better with the third-person camera for some reason. I don't know why. Shouldn't really be that. It shouldn't really be the case. But it feels easier. Okay, it feels easier, he says, as he misses for the 13th time. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Okay. Yeah, anyway, we're gonna actually just get stuck in here for now. Let's get stuck in here for now, he says, as he misses for the 13th time in melee this time, not with guns. Yes, wonderful. Okay, well, at the very least, my forces are doing a pretty good job of completely destroying the opponent, so, I mean, that's all we really need them to do, isn't it? Let's hope that we don't lose too many people here. I'm not surprised. I'm actually kind of a bit weirded out that that guy was able to block us so easily. But we could do some really nice damage here. We could try to interrupt the opponent. Yeah, these guys... Whoa, yeah, there's actually a lot of... There's a lot of katana-wielding fellows around here, too. They're kind of dangerous. Oh, yeah, they're kind of dangerous. We're actually losing quite a few people right now. Okay, I might want to... Do I want to retreat right here? Yeah, I think I actually do. I think I actually do want to retreat, just purely so that we can go back in and utilize our guns dramatically. I think we probably could have achieved... Yeah, we definitely could have achieved victory here, but I was a little bit worried that I didn't remember the exact number of enemies that they had, because I was thinking to myself that they had 287 or something like that, but I don't think they did. I think they had something a lot less than that, so that's my bad, but... Well, I think it's better to be cautious than not, don't you think? I think it's better to be cautious in this case. And we're just going to let our forces just, you know, randomly do whatever here in this one, because I would like to actually get stuck in with my gun here a bit more. And let me see if I can do something. Yeah, there we go. See, now that's what I'm talking about. Thank you. All right, please reload. Do not die, Bruce. Do not die. I would appreciate it very much. And we might be able to get a nice little shot. Yes, there we go. Ah, 100% accuracy so far in this particular battle. I'm not too sure what's happening with that, but yes. Okay, let me see if I can maybe. Do you think I can shoot this guy? Not in a million years, right? Nope. No, as I thought. Okay, we got to be careful with these mounted troops. I feel like they can actually kill me very, very easily. They do have great polearms. Oh, nice. That was a nice hit. Yep, as I thought. Oh, I said to you, they can kill me very, very easily because all they need to do is utilize my speed against me. And that's exactly what they did. But it's okay, because we're fine. As you could quite clearly tell, 100% easy victory for us right there, because we just didn't have to worry about the opponent. Well, apparently they didn't bother with charging at us until the majority of their forces had already been eliminated, which is very simple for us to deal with. You know, we don't really have too much to worry about there. And indeed, there it is, another 55 influence. I was going to say 55 renown. I wish it was 55 renown, but yeah, in general, influence, very, very useful for us. And indeed, we can now take all of these people prisoner too, which is extremely useful for us. You know what that means? That means we are fundamentally removing these people from being able to attack us. We are just keeping them away from any kind of retaliation, and that makes every little bit of difference in the world. Question is, do we want to take the rest of this loot? I guess. Not a terribly big fan, but we are right next to a town, so I think it should be completely fine. And we should maybe even be able to take the castle relatively easily as well. I guess I don't know. I guess it very much depends. I think what I'd like to do is actually donate a lot of these Ashigaru to our garrison. I think that would be pretty fantastic. As you can see, the red faction is having some big exhaustion when it comes to fighting against us at the moment. They have 19 already, just because they have lost so many troops. And yeah, let me actually just take a quick look here. Yeah, we're going to have to get rid of quite a lot of rice, because that is very, you know, very heavy. Same thing with the saddles. We're just going to get rid of a bunch of these saddles here. There we go. Let's actually just sort by type. That's probably going to be a little bit easier. There we go. All right. How's my herding? Herding is absolutely fine. I am overburdened, of course, and I have sold a bunch of horses. So let's get some more horses. There we go. Do I have herding? No, I do not. That's wonderful. Let's get some more pack horses. Do I have herding? Yes, I do. Okay, so we have a little bit of herding right now. So that means that what I need to do is just get rid of a couple of pack horses. Yep, one more. One more. There we go. Okay, so that is all fine and dandy. Oh yes, that is very, very nice. And we still have a little bit of extra space. And we can just sell all of this. I need to make sure that we're selling everything like that. I should probably sort by weight, but there isn't actually the ability to do that right now, unfortunately. But yeah, anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.